With less than 100 days to the general elections, the Northern Christian members of the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) have thrown their weight behind the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, against their party's candidate, Bola Tinubu. Hmm. The Northern APC Christian members, in a statement titled "Why We Have Chosen to Endorse the Obidatti Ticket," said they premised their decision and choice on their rejection of the Muslim ticket adopted by the APC and Tinubu. The aggrieved ruling party members called on all Nigerians of good conscience who desire justice, equity, and harmonious coexistence of all Nigerians across tribes, religions, and geopolitical regions to support the Obidatti ticket in the 2023 presidential election. In the statement signed by one of its leaders and former secretary to the government of the Federation, Babache Lawal, the Northern APC member said they decided to support Obi and his running mate, Yusuf Dati Ahmed, after a painstaking analysis of the alternative candidates available. According to them, the APC's Muslim ticket is satanic and a deliberate and well-calculated plan to sow a seed of religious discord among Nigerians, with the Northerners as their intended targets. The statement read, "As one of the foremost critics of APC's single-faith presidential ticket, and also in deference to those who have patiently waited for our guidance as to where to pitch our tent, after a painstaking review and analysis of the alternative presidential ticket, we now wish to recommend the Obidatti presidential ticket. We wish to briefly narrate some few reasons among many why we have endorsed this ticket and commend it to all Nigerians of good conscience who desire justice, equity, and a harmonious coexistence of all Nigerians across tribes, religion, and geopolitical regions. Moreover, there is currently in circulation that are the fake news that I have thrown in my tower with the PDP. Nothing could be further from the truth. To me, the PDP and APC are different sides of the same coin. The APC same faith ticket is a deliberate, well-calculated plan to sow the seeds of religious and social discord among Nigerians. It is obvious that Northerners in particular are the intended target and victims of this satanic plan. It is an indisputable fact that the whole of northern Nigeria is currently made in several intractable socio-economic problems due to the activities of several nebulous criminal groups. Agriculture, the mainstay of the northern economy, is all but abandoned because kidnappers and bandits have prevented people from venturing out of the safety of their homes. Interstate and intercity travel for either business or leisure have all closed, not only due to unmotorable roads but more so for fear of kidnapping, armed robbery, and other forms of banditry. Our rural schools have all been closed for fear of kidnappers. Government-owned universities have closed, thus depriving the children of the already impoverished northern masses access to affordable higher education. Thus, out of school and idle children have become easy targets for recruitment by bandits and kidnappers, and there is no solution in sight. Then, out of nowhere, this man Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a renowned Yoruba hegemonist, a man who championed the establishment of a Ministry of Regional Integration in each state government of the Southwest geopolitical region, which he bestrides as an emperor, and a man who was once quoted as saying, "I do not believe in one Nigeria." Who? This day, the Sunday newspaper, April 13th, 1997, page 9, comes up with a Muslim ticket, knowing fully well that religion is the underbelly of Nigeria, of northern Nigeria. APC's same-faith ticket is a ploy to further sow discord among northerners using the most potent weapons of social media discord, religion. As Karl Marx once said, religion is the opium of the people. Nigerians from all shades of the society must see this Tinubu and Kashima same-faith ticket as a proposal from the pit of hell and can only be conjured by the most Machiavellian minds known to man, and therefore must be rejected wholesome by all lovers of our country and its nascent democracy. Okay. This one no be small something. On the other hand, Alhaji Kashim Shettima Tinubu's vice presidential running mate is a man who once said restructuring my foot. Really? So all these things where they talk, and not be saying that people they form am. So you at that your level, you know that this man said it, restructuring my foot. Let's restructure our minds. For 8 years, he presided over Borno State at a time when Boko Haram was overrunning the state almost at will and restructuring the minds of its victims against Christianity and Western education. The kidnapped Chibok and Dapchi girls and many more are now slowly trickling out of captivity in the Boko Haram indoctrination camps, fully Islamized and carrying children born into Islam in captivity, a true example of mind restructuring if there ever was one. There is also this little matter of an allegation of a very close relationship or otherwise between the vice presidential candidates of APC and Boko Haram, and which Christians can forget one Kabiru Sokoto, the alleged Boko Haram kingpin accused of complicity in the Christmas bombing of St. Teresa Catholic Church, Madala, that resulted in 44 deaths and 77 injured Christian worshippers on that, or that the said Kabiru Sokoto was eventually arrested at his hiding house in the Borno State Government Lodge, Abuja. Are Christians not justified in being scared of a government run by this duo? Surely APC same-faith ticket is intended to shame Christians and bestow on them and their religion a second-class social political status in their own country. In particular, it is a validation of the discrimination and oppression being meted out on northern Christians, where they are now denied employment, promotion, contracts, and admission to read prestigious and marketable courses in government-owned schools simply on account of their religion. It is no wonder that Alhaji Bola Tinubu thinks that the Bible is a book of jokes from which he can freely construct his jokes like his poisoned Holy Communion and speaking in tongues jokes. If he is man enough, I challenge him to ridicule the Holy Quran even once as he freely does with the Bible. This guy has no respect for Christians and Christianity at all. This man happens to be Tinubu's friend, very strong ally. Even before now, that was 3 years ago, I could remember that he was just talking about the good thing, about a good thing about Tinubu, good thing about Tinubu. I said, are you sure? I was not telling myself, are you sure that Tinubu is not going to be running? That was when people were like, he might run, he might not run, he might run, he might not run. But the way this man was talking as at that time, I knew that Tinubu might run. All of a sudden, boom, Tinubu started running. All of a sudden now another thing will come here. Yeah, well, this is what this man is saying, and it's not different from what people have been saying, what has been in the public domain for him to come, because this man is not he was a number 3 or 4 before he was sacked, of course, based on corruption and whatever. But now they say he has been discharged and acquitted. But what I'm saying is that this man was so powerful for him to be saying this. These are the things that people have been saying. So the ball is now in the court of the Nigerian people. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take on this.